Does he talk to you about the wedding day? He'd kill me if I'm honest.
This season, Jamie has returned to the field after an absence of more than a year following recovery from a knee injury.
Flick on, a great finish. Fantastic set piece. The skipper scores. Jamie Redknapp back with a bang. Well, that's his first league goal since March of last year. It's been a long wait for the player who thought his career was over. A classic set piece. Jamie Redknapp is floating on this autumnal sunshine.
God, he hates going for walks, this dog. The only bulldog, well, only dog in the world that don't like going for a walk. He'll turn round in a minute, guarantee you. So we go to a golf course now, which is Michael Owen's just joined. They've given him a membership, but for some reason I've been living here 3 years and they've not given me a membership, so I can't understand it. I think I need to get a few more goals or something. They're lovely dogs when they're babies. They're beautiful now, but a friend of mine, Phil, he bought one. And Louise saw it, fell in love with it. So I just said I'd get Lou one for her birthday. But no, it's good. It's nice because I think when you're in the future we'll have kids and stuff. But I think it's a nice sort of way to develop your life, and then you have a dog first, and then hopefully kids in the future. Don't even see it. That's Wales over there. They're showing. Sounds like me pre-season. What have we got on here? This is a bit of Michael Jackson, I think. I bought this the other day. I think Lou's nicked put a couple of her CDs in. Oh, this is 07. This is a good album. I think that's the good thing about being married to someone that knows about music. She tells you what good albums there are out before I get them. I love training. I think you have to, and I still, you're still moaning that. Even I said no, I'm not. When I come back from injury, I said no way am I going to moan anymore. But you still moan about things if you're not happy in training, and sometimes you think you're going in, you think oh, I'm going in early, we're in early today, whatever. But then it's not early. This is, you're lucky really. What job to be going into, it's a nice morning and go and have a run around the football field. And I think sometimes that's what you've got to just keep in your head, to realise how lucky we all are. Look at H, look, this fella here, he's the hardest geezer in Liverpool, watch. H! Come here, lads. Come and get yourself on camera. You are the hardest geezer in Liverpool, just said. How hard is he? Look at him.
Yeah, see that? Jamie.
I'll knock him spark out.
Sugar man, you.
I don't know.
Talk to him, Jamie.
Listen, he wants 2 tickets from Man United on Sunday.
I just want
and the thing, right, this is on camera now, but I said I will try. I can't promise you yet.
Get them or the car's going.
Hey, just give me 2 minutes. I'll sort it out. Hold on.
Will you?
No, that wasn't a yeah. No, it weren't. It was a maybe.
Listen, man.
Hold on, I'm coming now. Go on.
It's very, very important.
Is it for?
I need somebody.
All right.
Otherwise, I'm sitting.
How are you going to look at that face? How are you going to say no to
Hey, I
that?
see that face there. It's been punched so many times. Unbelievable. Land a helicopter on that nose.
Football has always been a big part of the Redknapp family's life.
When I was very young, every picture I've ever looked at me when I was a kid, I always seemed to have a ball. And I think if you speak to most footballers, that seems to be the same sort of trend. That everything you do, you just want to be involved with football. And I was so lucky that my dad would be training and he would take me with him. And it was such a great upbringing for me to develop and to play football and be around the likes of Bobby Moore and Jeff Hurst. Like, how many kids are going to have that sort of chance? So, in that respect, I was very lucky.
Even when he was 18 months, he used to kick anything that was round. Anything, you know, he'd start oranges, apples, they'd be on the floor, kicking them all around.
I was born in Bournemouth in '73, and then we had a couple of years down there, and then we went to the States. My dad was playing at Bournemouth at the time when I was born, and then he'd finished his career. He finished about 28, I think. Yeah, I think he had a knee problem or something, and lucky enough he'd done his coaching badges. At the time, the American football was booming, American soccer as they called it. So that's when he said we'll move to America. Bobby Moore was one of the players that went over with my dad at the time. Jeff Hurst. Alan Hudson. There was a lot of very good players at the time that moved over to America because it was booming at the time.
We averaged 28,000 people at Seattle. That was our average home crowd. It was a good place to play. Pele was playing out there, Beckenbauer, Cruyff, you know, all the top players in the world. And it was a good place to play football at that time and a good place to be. They looked after us, paid us well. And it was a great way of life. I mean, we'd go train in the morning, go down the lake in the afternoon, have a barbecue, and great social life. And the kids used to come training every day. I mean, rather than going to school, we used to, you know, we'd take them down to the training ground. But Jamie would come with Mark, and they'd spend all day playing football while we were training.
It was great because we used to sit around the pool all day. We had apartments, and then used to have barbecues in the evening or go out for dinner with all the kids. And it was a lovely way of life, and I wouldn't have missed it for the world, and I don't think the kids would either.
I've got good memories of it. I remember going to Disneyland as a kid and things like that. It was one of the major things I think that I remember was the football. At an early age, like under 6s, under 5s, they had like such early. Although soccer wasn't big over there at the time for young kids, they had soccer. They were playing at a very early age, and I'd have to say that was one of the benefits growing up that I started playing in team sports so early.
Jamie always had bubble gum in his mouth. I don't know if you can see that on there. He always used to be chewing bubble gum.
Yeah, I was an all-American kid. I had an American accent. I used to play baseball, basketball, a lot of sports, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I think, if I can remember right, I come back about 7 or 8, and when we moved back to England, and that's when I started to get the English education and growing up as an English kid again.
Harry Redknapp leaves the running of his Bournemouth restaurant to Lorenzo, an old family friend.
Oh, here we go.
He was my mind back on and off the field, wasn't he?
Oh, mate.
What, keeping all the girls at bay?
No. On the field, he was David, he was tackling everyone for me. Yeah. Anyone picked on me, I was only a little one. I used to smash them.
I definitely wasn't a spoiled kid. You know, I had a paper round and everything like that, and I used to get up at 6 in the morning because my dad drilled it into me that things don't come easy, and you've got to just, you know, work for things, and I think that helped me.
Because your dad plays football, you're involved in football, don't mean you're going to be a footballer. I mean, otherwise we'd have every footballer would have kids who were players, you know. No, I just think he was, you know, he could play at an early age, and that was what he wanted to do. He'd made up, you know, there was never anything else in his mind. He just enjoyed playing football, all kinds of sport. I think he enjoyed at school.
I know Jamie since his dad moved down to Bournemouth. He used to go to school with my daughter. Jamie is my adopted son. You know, Mark and Jamie, I'll never forget it. They've always been, you know, it's part of my family.
Yeah. He was good at school, to be fair, but you know, he was quite academic at one time until eventually he lost all interest when he realised he just wanted to play football. And I wasn't much of a help to him. I used to let him jib off school after time. You know, I'd take him to school in the mornings, get outside the school, and he used to say, "Can't I come train at a day?" And I'd come, and then, you know, I'd take him training instead of taking him into school.
He was a nightmare for timekeeping, my dad. So, like, I'm meant to be in at 9 o'clock, 10 past 9. He'd go, "Dad, I can't come in now, it's too late." He'd go, "Right, well, come training with me instead." So I wouldn't tell me mum, have all my school uniform on, and then just go to the training ground with him and live my life as an apprentice as such. And I think that sort of made me realise what it takes to be a footballer, and I thought, this is what I want.
Sandra never knew at him till at that stage. No, I mean, he ended up not being able to read or write, but his football was okay.
My first under 21 shirt, up there, that white one. I'm up right like I'm about 6.
Who gets all the shirts dirty?
As a 14-year-old, I started my schoolboy forms at Tottenham, and I signed like a 6-year contract to take me to I was 20.
While writing, there's a shot there on that one.
But when it come to leaving school at 16, for some reason I just didn't feel that Tottenham was the right club for me at the time. And I had a chat with my dad, and I said, look, I feel that I would gain more coming to do my apprenticeship at Bournemouth rather than going to a big club like Tottenham and waiting in the reserves for a long while.
I said, you know, I'd rather you go somewhere else, but if that's what you really want, just come here and see how we go. And he got in the team here at 16.
Oh, yeah.
Shall I phone and see if the girls are at the house, Jane?
How girls look?
With the dog.
Oh, beautiful. How's the dog?
Oh, he's gorgeous. But guess what's happening to him on Friday?
Is he going? They going?
Yeah, they're going. I'm putting them in a jar.
He'll never be the
You
same.
never know.
That's it. You're going to kill his personality, you know,
No.
like that.
No, I
They
did
fine
ask...
specimens as well, aren't they?
Oh, don't, because I'll go off. No, I asked the vet, and because he's getting a bit mad.
He's going to go all quiet and timid.
No, they said that he shouldn't do, because he's still young. Do you reckon he will?
No. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't.
Wouldn't stop you.
We went to a dinner in London, me and Sandra. I forget, they was honouring Brian Clough or something, I think it was, and it was at one of the hotels, and we got invited along. And we was having, I think it was the last waltz of the night. It was about the only time I'd ever get up and have a dance. We got up and was going round, and Kenny was there. And, he said to me, Harry, he said, they tell me, you know, your boy's doing well, good player. So I've had a good report on him last week. I think he played Birmingham away or somebody. He said, would you let me have him up for a week?
Kenny Dalglish wanted me to come on trial. So I went up there for a week, absolutely loved it. I think I just nearly 17 at the time. But I felt a similar sort of situation where if I go up now, I don't want to end up getting stuck in the youth team. I felt I'll be better off going at a later date when I feel that I'm closer to playing in their first team.
I said, look, Kenny's not going to get in your team. He's better off playing with us for another year or two. And Kenny said he will get in. He said, I'm going to, you know, I want him here. I think that changed Jamie's mind when he saw a chance of actually being involved at 17 at Liverpool.
I just felt, yeah, this is right. I want to move up to Liverpool now.
So I sold my own son to Liverpool. It was a bit harsh, really, wasn't it?
Ain't no point sitting and saying, oh, we don't argue or we sit there all the time and kiss and cuddle, because we don't. Because anyone that says they do is lying.
We said, when you're feeling lonely, look at the moon. And I'm not feeling lonely right now. And I forgot about the moon.
Only apart for days, and Edmundo has already strayed.
I have this connection with her.
He's even breaking the hearts of the singles.
So I don't just want to narrow it down to one or two girls.
So how will he feel when single Tom makes a play for his girl?
I want to make a relationship, and I won't put you in an uncomfortable position.
Just killing me.
Temptation Island 2, tonight, 10 o'clock, Sky 1 Sunday.
See you next week. Oh, then you'll marry me, right?
Life's better when you take control. And now you can take control of your finances with 0% finance over 3 years. Ford, designed for living, engineered to last.
Even in the most turbulent times, Scottish Widows has stood firm. Using its strength, experience, and investment expertise to guide its customers year after year after year. Scottish Widows, looking good for your money.
The first rule of boxing is control. It's not about losing it with someone. It's about keeping your composure. But if I was called out to a home where it seems a man was using his fist on a woman, beating her up over some domestic row, I don't know if I could keep my cool with that man. I couldn't swear to that.
Packed with extras, taking DVD to a new dimension. Final Fantasy. Rent it or own it on DVD.
Lost your key? You got a cold again, haven't you? Oh, no, I'm not going through weeks of this again.
New Benylin Active Response works on colds in a completely different way. Because it helps boost your natural defences, you can actually cut the length of your cold.
You stay there and you keep warm. Because you're clearing Mum's guttering on Saturday.
New Benylin Active Response can cut the length of your cold.
The best club anthems 2002. With the #1 from Aaliyah, Pure Tone and IO. All the latest club anthems. The best club anthems 2002.
Blow your whistle! Blow your whistle!
These are the biggest and the best club tunes. The best club anthems 2002.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Come on, come on, come on, come on, son. Just the two of us. Building castles in the sky. Just the two of us. You and I.
On the field of dreams, Billy Chappell had one passion.
Clear the mechanism.
Then he met Jane.
How do you like to be kissed?
Now he must choose.
I'm leaving.
The game he lives, or the woman he loves.
You make me feel weak.
Kelly Preston, Kevin Costner.
Well, if you're telling me I'm not ever going to hold that ball again, I mean, haven't you ever loved anything that much?
The Love of the Game, Tuesday at 8 on Sky Premier.
Lou, that's the worst parking I've ever seen. Have a look at that. What's that about, Lou?
It's because it's not busy. I wouldn't have parked like that if it was busy.
Lucky though, look, I only missed it like 10 feet.
Shut your mouth.
Good effort though, girl.
We met in Milan. I was in Eternal on tour with Take That, all around Europe, and Jamie was friends with Robbie Williams, or knew Robbie Williams, and he had invited them all over to see the show.
I'd said in the magazine before that I liked Lou, you know, and then when I met her, she wasn't having none of it. So.
What do you reckon, James?
Nice out, yeah.
Yeah?
Have a look, Lou, get some picture birthday, innit?
I know, I don't really need anything.
I haven't got nothing for her birthday yet, see? It's on Monday, so no, not yet, I haven't. But Dillis is going to pick me some stuff out, get some clothes or something. No, you had a boyfriend at the time and everything, didn't you? So
Yeah, well, and also, you were 20.
Oh, you wanted me,
famous
didn't you?
footballer. No, I never. You were. No, and it was, well, but we really did become good friends. And I can remember, like, we would do something, it would be something in the papers that we were dating or something like that. And we really wasn't. It used to annoy me so much. Yeah?
Yeah.
Not too big.
How about it?
No,
Casual, they're casual, aren't they, for walking around and that.
Yeah.
They're
What do you
nice.
think?
I like them, though. It's
Yeah?
up to you, whatever you want.
I like them bigger rather than smaller, don't I?
I think just...
As time went on, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, I
Sort of
think
spent
you
more and more
just,
time
we
together.
realised we had a lot in common and we got on well, and then I think it's just a natural progression from there.
Yeah. What do you reckon, Jay? They're a bit high with a skirt.
I like them.
No? Yeah?
Yeah, good.
It's very strange going on your first date with somebody after you've known them for about 2.5 years. All of a sudden you're sitting in a restaurant and it's kind of not normal. You know, it took me 3 days to decide what was I going to wear. I love shoes. I could have no outfits and all new shoes. And all I ever wear is jeans and trainers every day. I'll buy all the nice shoes and I never go anywhere to wear them.
Oh, I don't believe it.
No, I don't actually do it.
Well, don't take you out then, or what?
Not very much, no. Where do we go?
It's harsh, isn't it?
Meanie.
When the Scalinis, didn't we, in London for a meal. And there was a picture, I'll tell the story, you might have to cut this out maybe, but in this Italian restaurant, and there's like a picture of all different people that go in the restaurant. And as I was in there, so me and Lou, we're sat here like this. I'm looking over on my left side and I can see a picture of me. So I think,
I looked up and it was me, and there was my brother and a couple of my mates were in the picture, but there was a girl sat next to me.
Oh no! All over his wet trainers.
Sorry. Sorry about that. I can't destruct anything. Oh no, look.
Your
Good job, I
trainer.
don't know, my trainers can go in the wash.
Don't like they're your besties.
So I thought, nah, she ain't going to clock this, no way. She's not going to see this picture, so I'm thinking, please. And to this day, I cannot see how she's seen it. But when we got home, as it happens, she happened to see it, said to me, oh, what was that girl in the picture sat next to you? But she wasn't with me when it was, and she was just sat with the picture. We all moved round, and she happened to sit next to me. So Lou was like, oh, you're taking other girls out in there and that, and I was like, no, believe me, it ain't.
Don't forget it. We're just
but you know,
gonna be
women have got
friends.
that, like, eyes, she's looking at me, but eyes over there, and
I think all of
I've
us
got
girls have got eyes everywhere.
no, but...
Boys beware.
Oh, she's saying you like.
I'm nothing, I'm fine.
Come on, there must be something else. Come on, what is there?
No, honestly, I'm really happy with those. I'm fine. Thank you.
So Sunday morning. Well, happy birthday, Lou. And I've got nothing. You'll be right about that.
Yes.
You liar.
I will. No, I
Come
promise I will. I think I would have found it hard to have been in a relationship with somebody that kind of, you know, was not at a dead-end job, but something that they didn't have any plans and a future in, because I would find hard to relate to somebody in that circumstance. You know, I'm always looking forward, like he is, and I think that's very important in a relationship. What is he like?
It's, 07818.
And he's having a panic up that I haven't got anything.
Yeah.
But I actually don't need anything, and it's a waste of money. And he'll get me an outfit now that I really just won't fit me. And hey, very tight and revealing. Listen, don't let him talk you into getting me stuff.
What about a jacket there?
Don't need anything. I tell you, I don't need anything, Jay.
No?
No.
Bournemouth has been home to Jamie's parents for nearly 30 years. At 17, Jamie left home to play for Liverpool.
Must admit I did miss him. Had little photographs everywhere and sent him up windseat sheets and electric heater because it was so cold up there. And I remember one day he said that when he breathed on the windows, he said there was all this like fog coming out of his mouth and there was ice on the inside of the windows which he'd never been used to. I mean, we've been brought up like that, but he never had.
From living in a small place like Bournemouth, which is very, very homely, very quiet, to move to a big city was a massive step for me at the time. I lived in Diggs for about 6 months, which is right outside Anfield.
I said he used to have sausage and mash every night and it would smash. And oh my God, what's happening to him? But it's all down to experience, and I think you grow up a better person for having to rough it a bit.
One of the first things that struck me about Jamie when I first went to Liverpool was that how much he wanted to be a professional football player. You know, he talked about football all the time. He would spend extra time on the training ground. He wanted desperately to be a professional football player.
One thing you've got to say about Redknapp is that he's a great professional. He's never ever moaned, and he's always got on with the job. And now whether
he signed a contract to say, look, I'll play for Liverpool for the rest of your life, while everyone was going, smack manimal and all that.
It took him exactly a week to sign that contract.
Yeah, and they were all huffing and puffing saying, oh, what wages is it, where am I going to do?
totally committed to Liverpool, that's a great professional.
I lived right outside Anfield, but that was it was difficult because every day I would look out and I'd see Anfield, and I could never, you could never relax, look out the window, open the curtains up, there was Anfield, and I thought, no, this is too much. I need to get away a little bit. But saying that, I was just 17, I didn't think I was ready to get my own place.
Graham Souness, Jamie's manager at the time, found him a room with some old friends of his, Alan and Janet Collier.
I think the first night, I mean, it was a bit difficult because I think we sat in there
And we said, we'll play some games. I mean, how do you make him feel welcome? We'd never had an 18-year-old before, and especially like him. And so we thought to play games and do that. I think he was horrified, I think it was trying to give him a bit of stability in a bit of a home life.
We didn't want him really to come home and go up to the bedroom and feel he had to stay up there, you know, like, I said, if he's got to come, he's got to be part of the family.
So what we did is we actually drew out 18 holes which come down there through the woods, just little 7-iron and a little putter, and through the woods, through the trees, over the stream, through the vegetable patch, back over, back down there, and the 18th, this is the 18th. And of course the kitchen there was the 19th, but and this was the 18th hole. And we had plenty of time just having a little play down there, nothing too energetic. But again, it gave him somewhere to go and something to play with.
The glamorous lifestyle of Jamie and his young teammates attracted a lot of press interest.
I used to go out and enjoy myself. I was a young single lad, like anyone else in the same position would do.
They were soon labelled the Spice Boys, a tag they hated.
No one with the Spice Boy image, and everyone hated it, and made it flash claw. The White Super Cup final against United, everyone hated it. It was nothing to do with Redknapp, it was David James, but Redknapp got the blame for it because he was a good-looking lad, you know, he was like the young gun and, you know, a bit of a celebrity, and all the girls loved him.
They were cream, they weren't white. They were cream suits, it had nothing to do with the suits, I can tell you. I was the captain at the time, and I think I got shot down in flames because we liked the idea of these cream suits. But that didn't make us lose the cup final, because we played badly. What has that got to do with cream suits? You know, I looked at Jamie and, you know, because of his relationship with his father, who's a high-profile manager, good-looking boy, you know, so therefore he's very marketable and a fantastic player. So there you go. What other ingredients do you need to make a superstar? In this country, you know, we're always looking for excuses as to why we're not doing well. And the fact is that Liverpool then weren't the best team in the country anymore. So therefore, the media and everybody said it was because that the boys are modelling or they're doing whatever they're doing outside of football. But I know, particularly Jamie, because, you know, I really have I've got a soft spot for Jamie, I have to admit, because I see the type of professional he is. And since he was a kid, he's always been a good professional in terms of wanting to train. And he's being labelled as a kind of like a playboy type of thing. And it hurt him.
However, Jamie's footballing skills speak for themselves. He has played over 300 matches in Liverpool's first team and scored more than 40 goals. He got his first England cap at the age of 21 and is currently Liverpool's longest-serving player.
Balls to Redknapp. Oh, it's a beautiful goal. The target to the heart of Blackburn Rovers.
I think when Jamie's at his very best and he's fit, his vision and his passing is up there with the top 3 players in the country.
Now Redknapp. Michael Owen. Turned away from Van Meer, but turned right into Van der Hagen. Hit by Redknapp!
Every time he gets the ball, I know where to go. I think we got something between us where I just know where he wants to put it and I just run.
Absolutely supreme strike by Jamie Redknapp.
Jamie is one of the most widely liked players in the Premiership.
Jamie loves football, and if he meets footballers, if he meets any great footballer, if he meets Ronaldo or Edgar Davids, anybody who he likes, he would be like a fan, you know, because Jamie just loves football, he loves footballers. A lot of people look at Jamie and see he's like Ronaldo, he's like Edgar Davids, and Jamie doesn't see himself like that. He just loves football so much that he is really just like a football fan without really realising that, you know, he's one of the superstars of football.
He makes everybody feel like they're his best mate. It'll be the guy down the road that he's met 3 times, but he will make that guy feel like his best mate. They're like, "Hi mate, how you doing?" Just so nice and just so warm. And I sometimes I even get a bit taken back by it and go, God, just say no. It would be horrible.
You're like Paul Ince, let's let you have the ball.
Come on. He's actually a thoroughly nice chap, isn't he, really? Thoroughly nice chap.
Maybe that's what's wrong, though. You know?
Why?
Well, no one could say the midfield, the late 70s and early 80s were thoroughly nice chaps. You know,
No, I think he can put it about. I think he can get stuck in it and do the job and all that, like, but he's just a nice bloke. But I'm sure he wouldn't want to hear us say that he's a nice bloke all the time.
Maybe in many ways that's held him back as a football player, because I don't think he ever wanted to upset people. He never wanted to kick people. I think if he'd had a nastier streak in him, he would have been an even better player. But certainly as a human being, he, even as a young man, he was very respectful. He was very likeable, and he was someone that if you work with him, you want him to do well because he's such a nice boy.
Kick it.
He can be a sod as well, don't worry, but no one else gets to see that. Only I do, and his mum does.
Not a lot of people see his angry side on a few occasions, but he's not a nice man when he gets that way.
Biggs break, reposition now. Redknapp. More sorting out to be done, Henning Berg.
He does get stuck in, actually. I've seen him twat loads of people, like he's slamming in the tackle sometimes, Redknapp, and it's shocking because he's so good looking to do that. Like. You need a moustache and you need a dodgy eye or something if you're going to go on the tackle hard, you know. Like our old players who used to be like really perception.
No, he's just angry face and he shouts. Oh, you don't want to see it.
No, certainly before games and that, you're a little bit more edgy, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, but
I think if you speak to any footballer, because I've been injured so much, and I keep going about being injured, and hopefully I haven't got to keep talking about it, but you get so fed up, you think, oh my God, why am I? And you get short with things and that. I think everyone's the same. If I've ever read anything about someone that's been injured, they always say the first person that they get the hump with is the person they love or the closest one to them.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I think as time's gone on, I think, you know, you pass the first few years of marriage and you do understand one another. I know the moment he walks through the door, if he's in a good mood or bad mood, before he's kind of said anything, you know. Just,
well, you do.
And you give each other the respect to just kind of be there for one another when they need you, don't you?
Just honest, isn't it? There's no point in sitting there saying, we don't argue or we sit there all the time and kiss and cuddle, because we don't. Because anyone that says they do is lying. I'm telling you, it's right though, isn't it?
Of course, yeah.
You don't, because sometimes life's not like that, is it? Lou has ups and downs, I have ups and downs, and sometimes you're just like a bit fed up with things, but that's what, you know, it brings you together, doesn't it?
What do you think she cooks for him? Not a pan of scouts. Sushi. Italian. They go out. Yeah, they go to Estes, don't they?
You know that I can cook a bit of penne arrabbiata for you, don't you? This is my speciality. Yeah, I might need my helper because you know I can't make a mess. When do you rustle these beauties up? I made them earlier. Straight out of Tesco's. I used to see Phil out all the time when he was in his younger days. Thought he was a bit of a boy about town. But then, no, we lived in the flats together and we just sort of got on well, didn't we?
Yeah, he
started talking.
Used to pester me quite a bit. To be his mate and that, you know. Didn't know many people around town, so took him under my wing a bit.
Just got on well since, really.
Yeah.
Girls get on well. We just become... Phil goes towards the football anyway. But he don't like drive you mad about the football and that. What did you do? Why was you playing crap or whatever? And I don't tell him how to sell houses, so... I think that's why we get on well, that we just keep that separate. We'll quick the onions first of all. My mum taught me this one when I first went to Liverpool. I used to live on my own, so I had to learn how to look after myself. This is all I used to have every night. Penny arrabbiata, it's called.
The hates change. You know, we go on holiday. He has the same meal for 2 weeks in the same restaurant. It's like he doesn't like change. If he likes something, it's staying that way.
It's a great you mention this. That don't get the skin.
He talked to you about the wedding day. He'd kill me if I'm honest. We had been to Bermuda the year before for a holiday. It was gorgeous, and we went back. Like I said, he's not good on change. If he likes something, we go again. So we went back for the second holiday, and one day we just said, well, should we just do it? And I went, all right then, yeah. So I phoned up my mum and said, oh, what are you doing on Friday? She was like, oh, not a lot. I said, well, we're getting married, so could you come to Bermuda? That one's not working. Why? I don't know, it's not been working for ages. I was just really excited. I was nervous but excited. And we had this boat. So I'm arriving to the boat and people kept coming downstairs going to me, Jamie's crying. I was thinking, oh no, maybe he's having second thoughts.
Oh, look at the state of him.
Oh, shut up, you. He's such a sod. So I sent a message out to him saying, look, you know, it's no big deal. If you're having second thoughts and you're too nervous to go ahead with it, don't worry, we'll just have a nice party for the day. We'll discuss it and, you know, we'll carry on as normal. It's not a problem. And obviously it wasn't that. Well, I'm pleased to say it wasn't that.
Strong them onions, Lou.
And I think just having his family there and everybody that was really close to us and the setting, and I think he said, you know, he saw me kind of walking up. He just went, he was like, I do. And I started giggling because I just was in shock that he was like he was crying. There's some black things you put in there.
Pine kernels.
Wait.
No. I've told you before.
They're not supposed to be black.
Don't touch my food. Hey, no, I mean, Dan. What do you say to me if I come in here when you're cooking?
You do. You come in here and eat half of it before I've cooked it.
A bit harsh.
No, I suppose everybody that is married and kind of got a girlfriend and boyfriend, they say they're fortunate, but I do feel quite fortunate. I've met somebody I get on extremely well with. Can boss him around, that's what it really is.
If I let the recipe out, it's like Kentucky Fried Chicken. You don't let the recipe out, do you? You know what I mean, Lou?
Didn't you know, one of the major supermarket chains have actually asked Jamie to actually do his own Redknapp chilli sauce, so we can't tell anyone.
So that is a lie, but...
Hot and spicy. In the advert, you can do hot and spicy just like me. And we can all go... Come on, Winch! The worst thing that can happen in our life, you know, hopefully, is that you can't play football. And you know what? If you can't, we'll deal with it and we'll move on and we'll do something else. And I would always just try and always throw him a bit of a positive line.
2 huge games.
Bolton v Man United.
After losing to their bitterest rivals, United now travel to Bolton looking to get back to winning ways and avenge the season's earlier defeat. Then,
Chelsea v Leeds.
an awesome encounter. The managers, the players and the fans know that at this stage of the season in the championship race, 3 points are vital. A Ford football special, Tuesday and Wednesday, Sky Sports 1.
Excuse me, tell me the way to the motorway, please.
Yeah, up to the next set of traffic lights, take a left. Go down into second. Hold the right line. Coax her through a series of demanding S-bends. You might need the traction control. Up through the close ratio gearbox. On with the cruise control. And away. Okay?
Mini Baby Bell cheddar variety. Too tasty to share.
Baby Bell.
9 dead cops. This guy's a different breed. Agent Jake Malloy is tracking a killer.
Shouldn't you be at home?
He's at my house. Detox. He's here.
Thanks. Hello, Learn Direct. How can I help? Oh, no. It's for you, obviously. Sorry. Learn Direct, independent advice on courses. How can I... Hello, Learn Direct. Which course?
To a Learn Direct advisor, every call is important. If you'd like dedicated help on finding the right course, just give us a call on 0800 100 900.
Learn Direct, how can I help? Oh, hello, Learn Direct.
Learn Direct, the National Learning Advice Line.
Last Thursday, Jane came in and said, I'm stressed. Calm down, I said. How can I? This dry scalp's itchy, sensitive, tight. I'm dreading flakes. I said, you need Head & Shoulders soothing shampoo for dry scalp. Unlike ordinary conditioners and hot oil treatments, it's specifically designed to stop dry scalp and even dandruff. 2 weeks later, she said, all is calm.
Calms your scalp, controls dandruff, Head & Shoulders soothing for dry scalp. Wear your hair with pride.
New sugar-free extra cool breeze. A deliciously different, cooler taste, but with all the freshness of extra. The new Nokia is a phone, digital music player, radio, text machine, and a lot more. Looks weird, sounds great.
40 tracks, over 3.5 hours of music. Gatecrasher Experience. Tomorrow's music, today. Who's introducing an offer that allows you to rent any 4 DVDs within 30 days for just $9.99? Blockbuster, the #1 in DVD rental. Rent 4 DVDs within 30 days for just $9.99. Blockbuster, bringing entertainment home.
From just $8,995 with a year's free insurance, the Vauxhall Corsa SXI handles life beautifully.
Med school is over.
How's surgery? It rocks.
Now they're real doctors.
We should probably never do that again.
Practicing on real patients.
I think I've damaged the ligaments. I don't care. Are you flirting with me?
Meeting. Okay, Doc.
It's not a toy.
Would you like to play a game?
The all-new comedy Scrubs, Thursday, 10 o'clock, Sky 1.
The girls come to blows over a fella in all-new Temptation Island at 10 after more from Jamie Redknapp. Close up.
During his recovery, Jamie has had the help and support of his friend, Steve Cotchill, who suffered a similar injury himself.
What I do sometimes is I take a weights thing, you know the thing you strap on like around your leg? Yeah. And just like put the ball underneath. And just do like a couple of sets of 10. Yeah. Just getting them the medialis going before a game. Yeah. And I found it's been working. The other day I didn't really do it that much. Got on the pitch and felt fine. You know, sometimes you've got to get out of your head, haven't you? A lot of it's psychological. Exactly. So much of it's in your mind, isn't it?
It's amazing. As a schoolboy, as a kid, I never knew him miss a game. He'd never, ever had an injury as a young player. And then suddenly, you know, he broke his ankle at Wembley, playing for England against Scotland in Euro 96. Then he had his ankle, they put bolts in his ankle, and, you know, and it was one thing after the other. You know, it's been a bit of a disastrous time for him with injuries.
Injuries are part and parcel of the game, and no matter the preparation that you do, it's all down to luck. At the end of the day, some people get injured, some people don't, and everyone here is prepared to the highest possible levels that we can do. Some players will get an injury and others won't. It's just the way it happens, unfortunately.
Come on, James, got to get back. 1-0 up. The old cup final.
With the knee, I had a problem, I think it was about just over 2 years ago now.
10 to go. Come on, nearly there.
It just didn't feel right. I went in for a tackle and I realised I had a problem, and I played on for a little while. And then we had an MRI scan, and it showed the worst, that I didn't have a problem with the cartilage.
Oh my God. Fucking hell.
So I had a surgery in England, and it just didn't quite work out. The problem was still there. So that was an occasion I thought, right, I have to do something about this now, because, you know, I've had so many injuries before. One thing I don't want to do is have to finish early. I'm 27. I thought I have to get back playing.
For a player of his standard, we needed to make sure we got the best possible care, and we looked for the best people possible, and we then found a guy in the United States who'd done surgery on athletes of his calibre. And so we went out there for a consultation and ended up having surgery there.
The first thing I said to Mark when I woke up was, what happened? How did it go? And he was like, yeah, the doctor was really happy with it. And he said, I watched the operation. He didn't tell me he was going to watch it. The doctor was talking to Mark, and he was saying, this is good, Dad, that looks great, and whatever. And to hear that from the surgeon to the physio, you know, it's like an angel speaking to you.
He had what he would probably remember as being a nightmare situation where he was 6 weeks not allowing to put any weight through the leg whatsoever. His leg was strapped into an apparatus which moved it, bent the knee and straightened the knee for 8 hours per day. It was the most horrendous thing I think I've ever had to do. And there's so many sides of being a footballer that are amazing, but it's just to sit in this machine for 8 hours a day, you know, I'm not saying, I'm sure people do a lot worse, but that was tough.
He did 8 hours. He never did 7 hours and 59 minutes. He did his 8 hours to the second every time. He's not took one shortcut in getting fit. He eats right, he lives right, he trains like a lunatic, you know.
All right, mate.
No, he's dedicated, I think, you know, to getting fit.
It's in a bag.
Now, I know what it's like when people tell you to do something for 8 hours, sit in a machine for your leg. You're sitting in it for 4 hours or 3 hours or 5 hours, and then you don't really mean 8 hours, but he actually sat there for 8 hours a day. You know, in this thing, that's how dedicated he is to getting fit.
When you're younger and you get injuries, you tend to want to rush back, and you want to do things straight away, and that only knocks you back again. So I think Jamie was at the. There's no ever right time to have an injury, but I think Jamie had learnt a few things, and he said, hold on, I'm going to take my time now. I'm going to make sure I get this right. I'm not going to risk anything.
If I could just have, 20% of that determination into my career, I'd make it all the way, because he just gave everything. He really, really did. I have nothing but admiration for him there. And I have to say, there were days that he was down, and I could see he was down, and I'd kind of think, okay, right, if he's a bit moody today, or there'd be the times that he doesn't want to do something, or we'd made plans to go somewhere, and if his knee felt a little bit not right, then we'd cancel. And, sometimes I'd get disappointed because I'd be looking forward to it, and I'd find myself getting a bit angry and cross, and then I'd have to stop myself and go, hang on a minute, this guy is doing everything he can to get back on that pitch, to give us a future. So I'd have to kind of quickly slap myself and go, ugh. And he has. I've never known devotion like it.
Such is the affection and admiration felt for Jamie by his teammates that they persuaded him to receive the 2001 FA Cup on their behalf.
Jamie Redknapp hasn't played, but he's with the team.
To captain a club, that wins the FA Cup is an achievement, and I was more pleased for Jamie than anyone, because he deserved it after what he's been through. I think we had to beg him to go up and pick the FA Cup up. He said he felt he didn't play a part in it, but he was a club captain, and I thought it was right.
It made you feel quite emotional, really. And I'm not really, I wouldn't say I'm that emotional about things, but it was a really special thing, because I think they probably appreciate what I've been through, because it's tough when you've been out a long while.
That was the best I felt the other day in that game.
Yeah, it's brilliant, Hayes. It'll only get better. It'll only get better for you. It's not going to happen overnight. You're not going to come back and drop straight back into it. I mean, the last time you didn't have a bad knee, you was in the England squad.
I know.
So...
5 or 2 years ago.
A lot's happened to you. I think as well you can get back in that. I've been looking at it. You get back to form, you can get back in that squad.
Yeah.
Making me a little coach's job, putting the cones out for Sven.
I'd be lying now if I didn't say there was days when I thought, I don't know if I'm going to play again. And that's the God's truth. I didn't think there were days when I would wake up and the knee would be a bit sore, and I think, no, this isn't happening. I don't think I'm going to be able to play again. And it does, it literally breaks your heart, because it's something you've done since you could walk.
The worst thing that can happen in our life, hopefully, is that you can't play football. And you know what? If you can't, we'll deal with it, and we'll move on, and we'll do something else. And I would always just try and always throw him a bit of a positive line.
You do need someone to bounce ideas off, and I just said to him in the time he was rehabbing to give me a call any time he was low, because that's the only time really you need anybody. When you're on a high and you've had a good day, you need to just carry on enjoying your own life. But he's been brilliant. If you're self-motivated, you have every chance of doing everything you want to achieve in this life. And he's self-motivated. That's why he's been at the top before, and he'll get back there again.
Jamie feels that he now has a lot to repay to the club.
Look at the size of them babies.
You feel like for 2 years I haven't really given any service back. You get paid same as always, but you haven't been given the service that you feel that you'd love to give back.
A bit small for me, I think, this one.
You feel like you're always cheating a living, really, because you're not. You don't feel like you deserve what you get, almost.
Oh, that's a fight, wasn't it?
But that's not for the want to try. I've seen some players who haven't been injured, but have said they are, and they've still got the same dose. So I suppose you can't let it worry you.
What's that thing? That's nice of that, isn't it?
As much as Jamie would have hated being injured, hated the time he's been out, it will make him, and go overboard here, it'll make him an even better human being than he already is.
Jamie, no problem, mate.
And he'll be more understanding of other people when they have problems, and it'll make him a stronger character. And as I said, I hope that's his problems behind him, and he goes on to achieve the greatness that I felt had the potential to be. I mean, he's a talented young man.
All right, mate. Cheers, mate. Nice one. Thank you.
I don't want people to sit back and think, oh, he was always injured. You know, I think, well, he scored good goals and he could pass the ball and he could play, but you know, hopefully that I've still got another 4 or 5 years to show people that, and then that can make people, forget the memories about me being an injury-prone player, right? And instead they say what a good player he was. That's what you want to be remembered as.
He's played. I've played him in a couple of games. He's been played exceptionally well. And the times then he's not played in between, he has been absolutely outstanding. And I think he realises that it's difficult times all round for the football club. And he's been so supportive to his teammates, to me. He's been with us, and it's there all the time. Maybe he's had a little bit where he's thought, well, I should have been playing in that game. And yeah, maybe so. But he never showed it. He showed determination for the team, encouragement. And I think the other players responded to all that stuff.
I feel quite good at the moment, so I want to make sure that I maintain that. Don't want to let it slip now.
Well, we were sorry not to see you at the weekend.
I know I was gutted, but I was involved, so I think that's the thing now, that I'm happy to be involved. I've been out for so long, and I always said to myself when I was coming back that I'm not going to get frustrated if I don't play. You know, because I felt I've done that before when I was younger, thinking, oh, I want to play every game, and I did do that for such a long time in my career. And perhaps now that it's, I've just come back, and it's not going to happen straight away. You know, I might be in for a game and out for a game, but as long as I'm always involved, that's the main thing. I'm quite happy with that at the moment.
I think I most really get more frustrated than him the minute, because he understands, you know, the etiquette of football and the logic, and he knows that at Liverpool there's a big squad. I think he feels honoured to be part of such a great team, and that, you know, there's going to be times that he can get out there and do his thing, and times that other people are going to get their chance. But as your family, secretly, you're always wanting your person out there, aren't you? And I'm sure every wife and every mum and dad of every other player is sitting there wanting the same for their partners or sons or whomever. So, of course, you know, I'm like, oh, yeah, I want to see you out there. But, you know, it's not always that easy.
I don't think you've seen the best of him. I saw you 2 years ago, he was fantastic. And you saw, you know, a Jamie Redknapp, who was one of the best players in England. And you can see that again.
This is the bit that does your head in, though, isn't it? When you've had an injury and you've got to do all this, it's like, it feels like crap, doesn't it? But you just got to do it.
That's what makes it worthwhile when you're back in a team and back playing well, because no one gets to see. I mean, not being funny, but the good thing about you is you've got these guys that are doing, this is a small part of what you've done, and probably the easy part because you're back and back playing, you know.
Yeah.
But they haven't seen the last 12 months.
No.
And there's other players that will be like lower down.
Exactly the same, yeah.
In the 3rd division, say, who ain't gonna, no, with all due respect, ain't gonna get this sort of treatment, ain't gonna view what you're doing, yet they work just as hard as you do.
Exactly.
So, still, you get your rewards in the end.
I hope so, mate.
Yeah, you will, without a shadow of a doubt. You get your rewards.
Flick on, oh, a great finish!
It's an amazing feeling the other day scoring, because it's hard to even explain it, the relief, because I didn't know if I'd have that feeling again. I really didn't, and I think it's easier to say it now because I played again. I didn't know that I'd ever, you know, last year when I was going to see that in America, and I'm thinking, why am I wasting my time here for another operation? But then to have that feeling of scoring and all the hard work, you know, going in the gym and driving, you know, thinking, oh, am I going to play again? And then to go and score a goal for Liverpool as captain just makes it all worthwhile for all the effort you put in. So it was a really, you know, really good day for me. I suppose every player has injuries, and you just have to come back from them. That's the thing. But when you're happy and you're playing, that's when your life seems to be so much easier. So because it's, you know, what a great life, you know, playing football, and it's so enjoyable. There's nothing else I've ever wanted to do, and to be able to do it, and you know, and play for a great club and play for your country, it's something that you dream about, and I've been lucky enough for it to happen to me.
Same time next week, Jordan's ex, Dwight York, comes under close-up scrutiny as the series continues. Meantime, the girls get all excited about it.